This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being made possible by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition, helping provide prescription drug take-back boxes in Mason County. Mason PUD3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health. Well, good afternoon, and welcome to the baseball field on the North Mason School District campus in Belfair, Washington. Today, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, continues coverage of high school spring sports with an Olympic League baseball game featuring the North Mason Bulldogs and the Bainbridge Spartans. My name is Diedrich Allen, and joining me for today's game is Jerry Apple.
How you doing?
North Mason.
Real quiet one.
He's the quiet one. North Mason is 1-12 on the season, 1-10 in league play. Bulldogs are coming off Wednesday's 6-5 loss to Squim, and oddly enough, that was the same score they lost to Squim on Monday.
And that's a heartbreaker.
That is a heartbreaker. Bainbridge comes in 13-1 overall, 10-0 in Olympic League play. Spartans slipped by Gig Harbor Wednesday 4-3, taking advantage of an error in the bottom of the sixth inning to complete the comeback. I think they were down 2 runs in that game. Last time these teams played was last year, with Bainbridge winning both meetings 13-2 and 16-0. In 2021, the Spartans beat the Bulldogs 17-0. Just to put a perspective on things. And so Bainbridge has a 3-game win streak over North Mason. So coming up, we'll get you lineups, and Jerry will get you lineups in batting order. And of course, we had the first pitch. It's Olympic League baseball. The Bainbridge Spartans at the North Mason Bulldogs next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Oh, by the way, it's Senior Recognition Day. Mason Health wants you to stay healthy. Are you turning 65? Mason Health can help you maximize all that Medicare has to offer. Did you know Medicare covers preventive services under the Medicare Wellness Program? Medicare coverage includes screenings for depression, diabetes, obesity, and alcohol misuse. You can also get mammograms, pap smears, pelvic exams, and more. Talk to your healthcare provider, or you can find more information on masongeneral.com.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal Fiber Internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
Back at Belfair, just ahead of North Mason and Bainbridge. Jerry's got the lineups in the batting order.
Okay.
Go.
First for the Bainbridge Island Spartans, under the direction of Coach Jeff Brown. Leading off for the Spartans will be number 24, the pitcher, McCray Kerfman. Batting second will be the center fielder, number 5, Coco Black. Batting third, the shortstop, number 2, Eddie Bignol. Batting cleanup will be the catcher, number 9, J.T. Hardy. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Will Rohrbacher. And batting sixth is the third baseman, Luke Levine, number 4. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 6, Duncan Boss. And batting eighth, the left fielder, number 19, Jack Grant. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 13, Braden French. That's your lineup for the Spartans. Now for the home team, the North Mason Bulldogs. Leading off will be number 2, Jake Matthews. He'll be playing center field. Batting second is the second baseman, number 3, Skylar McLean. Batting third, the catcher, number 1, Cole McCormick. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 14, Leland Lopes. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 5, Boston Stanley. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 8, Nolan McGanney. Batting seventh is the second baseman, number 4, Steven Netherland. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 25, Kingston Sarabikov. And batting ninth is the right fielder, number 7, Garcia Stites.
So we get underway with a ball there into the leadoff batter of Kerfman for Bainbridge, and it's 1-0. McGanney into his kick and a throw for the second pitch, and there's an inside for ball 2. So 2-0 is the count.
Pretty close to hitting him, but it didn't, evidently.
Evidently, pretty quick on his feet there in the batter's box. So Kerfman will step back in and wait for the 2-0. Inside again for ball 3. There's the fourth pitch, and that's a strike on the outside corner for strike 1.
Yeah,
so
he
3
was
balls
taking
in.
that.
Yeah, 3 balls in 1 strike to Kerfman. Got a lot of chatter coming from the dugout for Bainbridge, and there's a leadoff walk for the Spartans.
And now up is your second hitter, number 5, the center fielder, Coco Black.
Oh, you know, I have all kinds of information on these gentlemen. Let's see here, Black. Oh, I just lost him. Yeah, he was 0 for 2 and walked once on Wednesday against Gig Harbor. There's a line drive. That is a foul ball, just hooked foul right at the third base line. So that's
Boy, that
strike
had
1.
a lot of velocity on it.
It certainly did, Jerry, and that would have easily been a double if it had been fair, Jerry. It was 1 on, nobody out. Second batter is Black. The fly ball runner went to second. That is out of play for strike 2, foul ball, I should
I
say.
get impressed with Leland Lopes at third base. He really is a competitor and a hustler.
So 0-2 to Black. McGanney looks over at first. Pitches to the plate. It's a high ball 1 and a throw to second. And in there safely
Close
is,
though.
Kerfman.
So give a steal to McCrae Kerfman. And we have a pinch runner.
Okay, that's number 23, Wyatt Olison.
Okay.
He'll be running.
I like that rule of having a pinch runner for yourself and then still be able to come back into the ball game or be able to stay in the game.
I think it's called a courtesy runner, technically, Jerry, but
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why
That's
it's
why they
not a
call it
pinch
a
runner.
courtesy.
It's a courtesy runner.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
So
We
1
call it-
ball, 2 strikes to Black with nobody out, 1 on, runner at second base. Pitch on the way, fly ball. That'll drop. Oh, boy, what a nice play out there by Netherland. He came in on the run to grab it for the out.
Yeah, I like what you're saying there about courtesy runner. That is good.
So there's 1 away for Bainbridge here in the top of the first inning.
And now up is number 2, the shortstop, Eddie Bignold.
Eddie was 1 for 3, walked once against Gig Harbor on Wednesday. So 1 out, 1 on. Runner at second base. First pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, hit that outside corner.
Just at the knees, too, Jerry. I know it was kind of low,
Yeah.
but he hit the knees. Here's the 0-1. There's a grounder. Lopes will grab it, scoop it up, throw it over to first, and drug Sabraikov off the bag. And the throw to third, and that's off the mark. And coming in to score is going to be number 23, Wyatt Olison, and give Bainbridge a 1-0 lead here early. And there's, let's see here, runners at second and, no, just second, isn't it? Nobody's out there. Just second base.
So there was an error there on the first baseman. And now up is your cleanup hitter, the catcher, number 9, J.T. Hardy.
And he was 0 for 2, but was credited with an RBI against Gig Harbor. First pitch in there for a ball.
Just on the outside.
So 1 in, 1 on, 1 out for Bainbridge here, top of the first inning. 1-0 is their score. Here's the pitch, swing, and a line drive. That'll drop in for a base hit. Turning and running in is Bignold to score, and it makes it 2-0. And an RBI single.
So give an RBI to J.T. Hardy on that single. And now up is your fifth hitter, the first baseman, number 28, Will Rohrbacher.
See here. Rohrbacher 0 for 3. Again, he stepped off and threw it over to first. Runner back safely. And Hardy, here's the pitch to the plate. Fly ball center field. On the run and grabbing it out there is Matthews for out number 2, and the runner holds. So 2 away for Bainbridge here.
The outfielders for North Mason are playing well defensively. A couple nice catchers out there in the outfield. And now up is your sixth hitter, the third baseman, number 4, Luke Levine.
Luke was 0 for 1 against Gig Harbor. Did score a run. First pitch in there to him was a ball. Right, yeah, right. 2-0. Runner goes. Throw to second. Did they get him? Got him! Nice play out there by Boston Stanley at second. And he's whipped the tag around just enough to tag him before he got to the bag. And that will end the inning, but the damage was done. Bainbridge leads 2-0. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back. Wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Bottom of the first we go. 2-0 Bainbridge. North Mason coming up.
Yeah, and North Mason is going to be leading off with number 2, Jake Matthews, who plays center field. Skylar McKean will be on deck.
All right, and let's see here. Matthews. I do not have him on here. Why do I not have him on here? He did play on our last game, Jerry, did he not? I must have skipped him. I don't have him on in my sheet, Jerry. That's crazy. Okay, well, I can't tell you what he did in that game. Well, your pitcher is McRae Kerfman for Bainbridge. J.T. Hardy is the catcher. Over at first is Rohrbacher. French is at second. Bignold is short. Levine is at third. Outfield from left to right is Grant, Black, and Boss for the Spartans.
All right.
So here comes Matthews to lead things off for the Bulldogs here in their half of the first, trailing 2-0.
Your center fielder, Jake Matthews.
So here's the first pitch to Matthews. Outside ball 1. Here's the 1-0. It's a fastball, fly ball. into the infield. Coming in is Levine to grab it, and that's out number 1.
And he called off the second baseman there. Good communication.
And that will bring up Skylar McLean. He was 1 for 3 and had an RBI against Squim.
And Skylar, of course, plays second base for the Bulldogs.
So 1 down for North Mason here in the bottom of the first inning, trailing 2-0. McLean waiting for the first pitch. In there with a fastball. Boy, that was fast, Jerry, for a strike.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think we've seen that quite as fast in our games that we've covered here. Here's the 0-1. Another fastball. That one's high. That one's fouled straight back for a strike 2. Looks like Kerfman is going to stay with that fastball as long as it's working for him, right?
Yeah, you would compare him to the Tumwater pitcher.
Overbay.
Yeah, got the same speed.
Another fastball. That one is going to be a ground ball up the middle. Glove there by Levine, and a little bit late on the throw. It's off and goes out into the off to the fence, and McLean is safe on second, Jerry.
So we have an error there on the shortstop, and a man on McLean on second. And now up is your catcher, Cole McCormick, number 1.
Cole was 2 for 3, scored a run, walked once against Squim on Wednesday. Here's first pitch, outside and low, ball 1.
Yeah, the game that North Mason played against Squim was back and forth. It was an exciting game.
Just couldn't pull it out in the end. They needed another inning, I think. They didn't get it. Here's the next pitch. That's in the dirt there. Nice stop by Hardy. And that's 2 balls, no strikes to McCormick. Yeah, you look at McCray, Kerfman out there. He doesn't look like he is very tall. He spins around, throws to second, and McLean dives back safely. You think somebody who could throw that fast is usually like 6 foot plus, right? He doesn't look like it. From our angle, from where we're sitting, he might be that tall.
Looks like about 5'10".
Yeah, maybe so. Here's a fly ball. That's over there to right field. Out there to grab it for the out will be Boss. And coming over to third is going to be McLean. He's safely over there. And that's out number 2 for the Bulldogs.
And now up is your cleanup hitter, number 14, the third baseman, Leland Lopes.
And Leland, 1 for 1, scored a run. He walked twice against Squim.
Yeah, pretty good eye, huh?
And he battles hard out there.
He does.
First pitch is in there for ball 1. Might help if I actually turn on the scoreboard here for everybody to see what's going on here. So runner at third base. That's Skylar McLean. 2 out for the Bulldogs. Here's the pitch to Lopes. Just a bit outside.
Just missed that outside corner.
Just missed it. From my angle, looked good, but see, I'm not right on top of the plate, so I don't know. I'm over to the right. So here's the 2-0, and there is ball number 3 to Lopes.
Yeah, he's having some control difficulty, especially he's throwing it out. He's trying to catch that outside corner, but hasn't been real effective with it yet.
Either that or he's trying to get Lopes to swing at something outside. We don't know. You think this would have to be a strike, Jerry? Right there down the middle of the plate.
You called it.
I called. Well, look at the count, 3 balls. You would think it'd have to be a strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike now to Leland Lopes. 2 out and 1 on. McLean over there at third base for North Mason. They're trailing 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2 by Lopes.
So a full count, and the runner on third should be taken off here in a minute. Once that pitch releases from the pitcher, the ball releases from the pitcher.
Here's pitch on the way. There's a line drive into center field. That's going to score 1. Lopes holds up at first. So the Bulldogs get 1 back here with 2 out.
Nice RBI by Leland Lopes on a single. And that brings in Skylar McLean. And now up is your 5th hitter, the shortstop, Boston Stanley.
Boston 0 for 3, walked once, did score a run against Squim on Wednesday. Here's first pitch to, that's going to get by Hardy, and heading over to second is going to be Lopes.
Wild pitch.
That's ball one. Okay, now we're all caught up. So 1 in, 2 out, 1 on for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the first inning. It's 2-1.
Pitcher taking a deep breath here.
Kerfman relaxes his shoulders and pitches to the plate. A little bit high for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 out, 1 on. Runner at second base in Leland Lopes for North Mason. Here's the pitch. Oh, that was
right
pretty.
Down that middle.
That was a pretty pitch, Jerry.
It was.
Oh.
Lots of speed.
No wonder he didn't swing at it. It was so pretty. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Stanley. Pitch on the way. Strike 2 called. Almost I think that had a little bit more.
He is definitely in the 80s.
Yeah, I think that pitch had a little more speed than the last one. Mm-hmm. So 2-2 the count. 2 out, 1 on, 1 in for the Bulldogs. Here's 2-2. Outside ball 3.
Trying to frame it, but
not quite. He was just holding it there, saying this is where it was. No. Okay, no. So count goes full to Stanley. Here's the pitch outside, and Stanley hits first base. So 2 out walk. Now there's 2 runners on.
Now up is your pitcher batting 6, number 8, Nolan McGanney.
Nolan was 1 for 3, 2 RBIs, and scored a run. There's a little bit of a meeting at the mound for the Spartans. Let's see here. Hey, every Friday, MasonWebTV.com provides helpful driving tips with the Wise Drive, a weekly column by Doug Dahl, Target Zero manager for the Washington Traffic Safety Commission and self-confessed traffic safety nerd. The Wise Drive is like Dear Abby, but for driving. The column is primarily driven by reader questions, but also covers current traffic safety issues. The Wise Drive appears in numerous newspapers in Washington State and is posted to MasonWebTV.com every Friday.
And
Jerry?
Diedrich, on that, he does a great job, Doug Dahl. The thing is, anytime you move 2 feet one way or the other, you signal. So when you're coming back in, after you pass somebody, you need to signal.
So after the meeting at the mound, McGanney steps in. 2 out, 2 on. Runners at first and second for the Bulldogs, 1 in. Pitch on the way. That one is fouled off the helmet of Hardy. Glad he has a helmet. I'm sure he is
we
too.
Have runners at first and second. Leland Lopes and Boston Stanley are on base.
So 0-1 is the count. Pitch on the way. There's another foul tip, and that's 0-2 to McGanney. So whatever was said out there in the mound, Jerry, kind of calmed Kerfman down a little bit. Probably said, don't worry about these 2 guys. Don't worry about it. Let's get the guy out of the plate.
I would say those are the very words that managers.
Pitch and a swing and a miss, and down goes McGanney. And that'll end the inning, but the Bulldogs get 1 back. It is now 2-1. We head to the second. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hi folks, Diedrich Allen with Mason Web TV powered by HCC, your source for live high school sports with play-by-play. Once again, Mason Web TV is broadcasting select games every week this school year. Football, basketball, baseball, softball. We bring you all the action, from the kickoff to the final whistle, from the tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first pitch to the last out. Watch how it happens on Mason Web TV powered by HCC. Business owners, you can get in on the action as well. Go online, email, call, or text right now to find out how.
Getting unneeded medications out of the home can help prevent misuse, abuse, and accidental poisoning. The Drug Take Back program provides consumers with a safe means for disposing of unused, unneeded, and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs. Mason County has 10 prescription drug take-back boxes at various pharmacies and tribal locations. For more information, go to medtakebackwashington.org.
Second inning we go. 2-1, Bainbridge on top.
Yeah,
Coming to
North
back.
Mason in the bottom of the first had one run on one hit. There was one error made by the Bainbridge, and of course, give the RBI to Leland Lopes. And now up,
Luke Levine.
good.
Yeah,
And
he
that's
was.
the way it should be.
Yeah, we learned something the other
They
day.
did. Luke Levine, your third baseman, number 4.
Yeah, he was 0 for 1 against Gig Harbor. Did score a run, though. Took ball 1, first pitch. Here's next pitch. That's hit him in the helmet. Oops. And that will be a leadoff walk for Levine. Or a leadoff hit by pitch, I should say. Puts a runner at first base for the Spartans.
And now up is your right fielder, number 6, Duncan Boss.
Duncan was 0 for 3 against Gig Harbor on Wednesday. So 1 on, nobody out for the Spartans here in the top of the second inning. They're leading 2-1. First pitch in there for strike 1. This is Boss. Did we mention that it's senior afternoon, senior night, whatever you want to call it? Ball 2, the pitch was a little bit high. So 1-1 is the count to Boss.
5 seniors.
Yeah, 5 seniors for the Bulldogs. 5 or 4. Might see 4 banners, maybe 5 works. They're out there on the field today. Inside in ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Duncan Boss. Owen McGaney on the mound for North Mason. Throw over to first. And back safely is Levine. Didn't have much of a lead, though, did he, Jerry? Gets back out there. Looks like he could just step to the back. There's a little chopper that goes foul. And now they kind of even at 2-2. So 1 on for the Spartans here. Nobody out. And 2-2 is the count. Pitch on the way, high, ball 3. Count now is full. To Duncan Boss. Luke Levine over at first base. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. High, deep, center field. That's out of here. Out of here for a home run. A 2-run shot by Duncan Boss. And that gives the Spartans a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, give Duncan Boss 2 RBIs. So coming in to score is Luke Levine and, of course, Duncan Boss.
So it's now 4-1.
And now up is your left fielder, number 19, Jack Grant.
And Grant, let's see, what did he do? If I can find him on my sheet here. He was 0 for 1, had an RBI, and scored a run. First pitch in there for a strike.
I like the chatter, the talk that's in the visiting.
Dugout, yeah.
Yeah.
They're having some fun. There is a ground ball. That's going to be gloved there by Lopes, but it's going to be foul. Nice play by Lopes, though.
Oh, yeah. Leland does a good job over there.
So it's 0-2 to Grant. That one's fouled off over my head. Makes everything shake. Count remains, no balls, 2 strikes. 2 in, nobody out for the Spartans here in the top of the second inning. 4-1 is our score. Here's the pitch. Outside strike, 3 called on the outside corner. That is out number 1 for Bainbridge.
And now up is number 13, your second baseman, Braden French.
Well, he did not bat against Gig Harbor on Wednesday. Here's first pitch. And is a ball. Somehow, McCormick lost that ball. Lost sight of it. Did a great job stopping it. Second pitch in there for strike one called. So 1-1 is the count. To French. 1 out, 2 in. Pitch on the way. That's a fly ball out of play behind us, so it's 1-2. Craig Kerfman is on deck.
Yeah, McCray Kerfman, yep. The pitcher on deck. You're right.
French steps back in. Pitch on the way, that's high. Ball 2, 2-2 is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 in. And that pitch was a ball, so the count goes full.
Outside of that pitch.
So 3 balls, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 in, nobody on. Here's the pitch. And there is a base runner for the Spartans. As Grant heads to first base. And here
now your leadoff hitter for the game, and he had a walk and a steal and then scored the first run. Number 24, the pitcher, McCray Kerfman.
Yeah, throw over to first. French dusts the dirt off of him, stands up, takes his lead again. Here's a pitch to the plate. High, ball 1. There's a fly ball center field. And right over to Matthews. He just stepped over to his right about 3 steps, grabbed it for the out. The runner holds it first. And that'll be 2 away.
And now up is Coco Black, the center fielder, number 5. And he flew out to the left fielder in the first inning.
So Black steps in, 2 out, 1 on, 2 in for Bainbridge here. They're leading 4-1. Top of the second, pitch on the way. Chopper right to Lopes, and he did say that was fair. Okay, yeah, that was a fair ball. I was looking at the home plate umpire, and he's pointing this way, and I'm thinking, is that foul? No, it was a fair ball. Lopes grabbed it, threw it over to Sabrayakov over at first base, and that'll do it. But the Spartans add 2, leave 1. We head to the bottom of the frame. It is 4-1. Spartans on top. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Mason Health wants you to stay healthy. Are you turning 65? Mason Health can help you maximize all that Medicare has to offer. Did you know Medicare covers preventive services under the Medicare Wellness Program? Medicare coverage includes screenings for depression, diabetes, obesity, and alcohol misuse. You can also get mammograms, pap smears, pelvic exams, and more. Talk to your healthcare provider, or you can find more information on masongeneral.com.
Bottom of the second we go, Jerry, 4-1. Bainbridge with the lead, North Mason coming up.
Summarizing the top of the second inning for Bainbridge, they had 1 hit, but that was a biggie. That was the home run that scored 2 runs. That was Duncan Boss.
Netherland lead things off here for the Bulldogs.
Yep. Leading off will be Steve Netherland, the second baseman, number 4, here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, Netherland walked once against Squim. He did do a couple of courtesy runs out there. But he'll step in to face Kerfman. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. A lot of, it's kind of a good crowd behind us, Jerry. Here's the pitch on the way. Netherlands shows bunt, takes ball 1-1-1.
Yeah, very good crowd.
I'm just hearing a lot of background noise, and that's not from our crowd mic because that's off. So there's quite a few people come out for senior night here for North Mason. Here's the 1-1 to Netherland. He'll foul that one straight back over Jerry's head. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, we had a little hole here in the fence, and the cameraman was sitting right by it.
Yeah.
I was scared of it. Scared.
He moved
Boy.
to. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Netherland to lead things off here for the Bulldogs. That is a little bit low.
Yeah.
Ball 2, 2-2 the count. Pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. And that is out number 1 for North Mason here in.
And now up is number 25, the first baseman, Kingston Serabakov.
Let's see here. Kingston. 1 for 2. Had an RBI as well against
Just
Swim.
a little bit low.
He'll step out of the box, step back in. 1 out, nobody on for North Mason here in the bottom of the second. 4-1's Bainbridge with the lead. There's a strike 1 called. Right at the knees and then hit that outside corner as well. Great placement. So 1-1. Next pitch on the way. Strike 2 called.
Boy. We've been talking about the velocity of the pitcher, and he's coming in there in the 80s, low 80s, I would think. Wish I had a.
There's a fly ball right into the glove of the second baseman, and that is French, and that's out number 2 for North Mason.
And now up is Garcia Stites, and he is your left fielder, number 7.
He did not play against Squim. Takes ball 1 in this at-bat. And if my information is right, Garcia was the drunk driver, and I put that in quotations, in their mock collision that North Mason had last week.
And Netherland, was he involved in
I don't believe so. I don't know any of the other quote-unquote victims in that. Here's a swing and a miss on the pitch on the inside.
Well, that's quite a program, that mock car crash. It's great.
Very effective, too. 1-1 pitch. That one is fouled straight over everybody's head.
Especially at this time of the year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Garcia Stites. 2 out, nobody on for North Mason. Pitch on the way. Outside ball 2, 2-2 the count. If you don't know what we're talking about this mock crash, you can check it out on MasonWebTV.com.
There's another name for it.
Well, it's called The Last Dance. That's ball 3.
Yeah, that's changed.
Yeah, but it's all basically the same concept to show the consequences of drinking and driving. So the count is full to Garcia Stites. Pitch on the way, and that is a walk. It's a 2-out walk as Garcia heads to first base.
And that's the second walk given up by Garcia. And now up is Jake Matthews, the center fielder. He flew out to the shortstop in the top of the first, or the bottom of the first.
Stites will take his lead at first base. First pitch on the way for a strike to Matthews. So 0-1 is the count. The next pitch, outside, hit the outside corner, runner goes, throw to second, and Stites dives in head first, and the throw was just a little bit off.
Yeah, the throw was a little bit off to the wrong side to make a tag. Give a steal.
Yeah, and
to Garcia, Stites.
The pitch was a strike, so it's 0-2 to Matthews. Runner in scoring position, however, and Stites will head back to the bag, step on it, and take a 3, 4-step, 5-step. He's still moving, and the next pitch is in there for ball 1. I can see him clearly from my angle, Jerry. What he's doing is 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half, 5 and a half, 6. He's 6. Turn around and throw to second, and Stites dives back to the bag again. He's daring him to throw the ball to him over there at second base. Matthews is the batter. He steps back into the box with 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on. Stites is at second, as we mentioned. Here's the pitch to the plate. Swing and a miss, and down goes Matthews. To end the inning, the Bulldogs leave one out there. Still 4-1, Bainbridge on top. We head to the third.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD 3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back, wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a down line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a down line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
Getting unneeded medications out of the home can help prevent misuse, abuse, and accidental poisoning. The Drug Take Back program provides consumers with a safe means for disposing of unused, unneeded, and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs. Mason County has 10 prescription drug take-back boxes at various pharmacies and tribal locations. For more information, go to medtakebackwashington.org.
Third inning we go, Jerry. 4-1, Bainbridge with the lead and coming to bat.
And leading off for the Bainbridge Island Spartans will be the shortstop, Eddie Bignol. And Eddie got on by way of an error, but he did score the second run for the Spartans.
And the first pitch to him from Nolan McGanney is high for ball 1. Here's McGanney's next pitch. Fly ball center field. On the run out there is Matthews. Grabs it over his shoulder for the out.
Very nice catch by Matthews.
So that's 1 down for the Spartans here.
And now up is J.T. Hardy. And he got a single in the first inning and had an RBI.
First pitch to Hardy, outside for ball 1. I've noticed something about the dugout, Jerry. Certain batters, they're more noisy. They do more chatter over there. Other batters, they're quiet. There's a pitch in there for strike 1, so 1-1 is the count to Hardy. It's a little bit of quiet. It's quiet right now. Here's the 1-1. Just hit the inside corner for strike 2. Wow. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on for Bainbridge here. They lead 4-1. We're in the top of the third inning. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that one's fouled off of Hardy's leg. That's got to hurt, Jerry. It's got to hurt. Hit the shin off of a ball when you're, what do you do the math when it's coming in at a certain speed and you swing and you hit it another speed and it comes out about twice as fast? There's a swing, and that got a little piece of it. And the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. to JT Hardy. One out. Yep. Nobody on. Jerry and I are just sitting there thinking the same thing. Here's the pitch. That's going to be strike three. A little delayed call there. And Hardy looks back at him like, what, really? All right, so there's two down.
That, didn't he?
Yeah,
the catcher. Okay, now up is number 28, your first baseman, Will Rohrbacher. And Will flew out to center field in the first inning.
First pitch to Rohrbacher. He swings and he hits that one foul off the third base line out of play. Looks like he's going to come out swinging here, Jerry. So two down, nobody on for the Spartans. They're leading 4-1. And the count is no balls and one strike to Rohrbacher. Here's the pitch on the way. Another one hitting the exact same spot. Third base line foul. And it's 0-2 to Rohrbacher. Here's the 0-2. Inside and high, ball 1-2 is the count to Rohrbacher. Here's the 1-2. That one is going to get through the hole there into left field. Rohrbacher turns the corner at first and holds up there.
Nice try by the shortstop.
Yep, Stanley couldn't quite get there.
Yeah.
Just went by him, and that will bring up number 4, Luke Levine.
Boston Stanley made a nice try on that. And Luke Levine, he was hit by the pitcher back in the second inning, but he did score on the home run hit by Duncan Boss.
First pitch in there for a ball. Rohrbacher takes his lead at first base. Pitch on the way. Another ball high. 2-0 to Levine. That's not going to work there. Throw over to first. And Rohrbacher is back safely. 2 out, 1 on, 2 balls, no strikes to Levine. There's the pitch, swing and a miss, and it's strike 1, so 2 balls and 1 strike now. Again, he looks over and first. Now he goes to the plate with the pitch. Strike 2 called. 2-2 the count now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Check swing. They're going to ball 3, so the count goes.
And now the runner on first base will be taken off as soon as that ball is released by the pitcher.
Here's full count pitch. Outside, and there's runners at first and second now for the Spartans.
And now up is Duncan Boss, your right fielder, and we know what he did in the first inning. He hit a home run, 2 RBIs.
Here's first pitch to Boss, and he'll smack one again. This is going back, and that is also gone, Jerry. There's a 3-run shot. Another home run for Boss. Clearing those bases out, and it's 7-1 with 2 down.
So, scoring will be Will Rohrbacher, Luke Levine, and Duncan Boss. And now up is your left.
Okay, apologies, everyone. We actually lost audio for some reason, and I have to look into that. And we did have a guy hit by a pitch.
Yes, hit by a pitcher, Jack Grant.
So we have runners at first and second, is that right? Or not? Just one on? Got to update me, Jerry. I have no idea what's going on. I'll try to.
On now?
Yeah, we're on right now.
Oh, good. Sorry about that, man. It's very easy to have technical problems. We try not to eliminate those as much as possible.
So there's a runner at first base. And batting is number 13, Braden French.
Right.
Yeah.
Braden French, up the second baseman, number 13. He got a walk in the first inning. Runner on first.
7-1 is our score. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss by French for strike one. So 2 out. 3 in here in the inning. 1 on. Pitch on the way. And that's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to French. Grant is over on first base. He'll take his lead. Pitch on the way. High, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. The good news here is we aren't losing internet. We're just losing power for some reason. So 2 balls, 1 strike to French. Pitch on the way. Fly ball, high, deep, but shallow, coming in, and it drops in for base hit. Grant rounding third. Hesitates and holds up right there. And there are runners at the corners for Bainbridge with 2 away.
Braden French is on first. He decided not to try risking it and going to second. Good on his part. And we have runners on the corners for the Spartans.
That'll bring up the top of the order, right, Jerry?
And leading now the leadoff hitter, number 24, McCray Kerfman. And McCray is 0 for 1, did have a walk in the first inning, and then eventually scored.
Took ball 1. So French is at first base. Grant is at third. Pitch on the way. Fly ball center field. Matthews out there, and he grabs it for the out, but the damage was done. The Spartans get 3. They lead 7-1. They leave 2 out there. But we head to the bottom of the frame. North Mason coming up with Bainbridge on top. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Bottom of the third inning we go. 7-1 is our score. Bainbridge with the lead. North Mason coming up.
It looks like McCray Kerfman is starting to get his control out there on the mound for Bainbridge Island.
And leading things off is Skylar McLean.
And leading off for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the third is number 3, Skylar McLean. And he got on by way of an error, and he did score the lone run for North Mason.
Waiting for the first pitch from Kerfman. In there for strike one.
I like what the home plate umpire is doing. He lets you know when it's a ball and when it's a strike, and he always uses the hands to make the count.
The fly ball. That's the shallow left field. Little drop in for a base hit.
Is on with a leadoff single, and that brings up number one, the catcher Cole McCormick, who flew out to the right fielder back in the first.
So 1 on, nobody out for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the third. Throw over to first base. And McLean dives back safely. The dirty white uniform. Getting the jersey, some dirt on it today. Here's the pitch to McCormick, swing and a miss for strike one. A little bit of a delayed reaction by McCormick on swinging on that ball. So nobody out, 1 on for North Mason, trailing by 6 runs. Kerfman again throws over to first. And McLean again dives back safely. Kerfman again glances back at first to see what McLean's lead is. Pitch on the way in there for a strike. Throw over to first, and they've got McLean in a little rundown. The pickle going on here. He's going to dive in. Nope, they're going to tag him out there. Couldn't quite get back to the bag, so that'll be 2 away for North Mason. 2 away or 1 away? 1 away. I'm sorry, 1 down for the Bulldogs here. And that was in the pitch was in there for a strike, so it's
still up.
0 balls and 2 strikes to McCormick. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And that will do it for McCormick. And that is 2 out.
Would you be willing to raise your voice a little bit? Thanks. Now up is your cleanup hitter, the third baseman, Leland Lopes. And Leland had a single in the first and had the RBI. Lone RBI for North Mason.
First pitch was a strike. Next pitch on the way to Lopes. Swing, fly ball. Over there to right field. Getting under it and grabbing it. For the out is Boss. And that'll do it for the Bulldogs. We head to the 4th inning. Still 7-1 Bainbridge.
Using marijuana and alcohol can amplify feelings of stress and anxiety. There are healthier ways to cope, like engaging some or all of your senses. 1 sense at a time. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. The next time you feel stressed, remember to use your senses.
Mason Health wants you to stay healthy. Are you turning 65? Mason Health can help you maximize all that Medicare has to offer. Did you know Medicare covers preventive services under the Medicare Wellness Program? Medicare coverage includes screenings for depression, diabetes, obesity, and alcohol misuse. You can also get mammograms, pap smears, pelvic exams, and more. Talk to your healthcare provider, or you can find more information on masongeneral.com.
And we head to the 4th inning. Bainbridge up 7-1, and they're coming up.
And leading off is number 5, the center fielder, Coco Black, who's 0 for 2, flew out and grounded out.
Coach scrambling out there to get to third base. First pitch to Black. High ball 1. Nolan McGanney still on the mound for the Bulldogs. No change in the infield or the outfield that we know of. Pitch on the way, and it's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. To Coco Black. Here's the pitch for ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes.
A little speed on that, a little velocity on that pitch.
I was thinking that too, Jerry. Just the location was a bit inside. Pitch on the way. There's the spot he wanted. Strike 1 called. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Black. Here's the pitch on the way. A little ground ball chopper that goes foul. Nice play out there by the coach, but couldn't get it. If he had a glove, I think he would have made that play.
And the dugout's giving him a bad time.
Right, yeah. But a good job. Good job, Coach. If he had a glove, it would have been a clean grab. I'm pretty sure.
I like that one voice, so I get here. He's getting into it.
It's a full count, and there is a leadoff walk for Bainbridge here.
And now up is Eddie Bigno, number 2, your shortstop. And Eddie has flown out twice, but has scored. He got on by way of an error.
It's a high fly ball into foul territory inside near the dugout on the first base line, and Sabrakov grabs it for the out. So that'll be 1 away. So 1 down for Bainbridge.
And now up is number 9, JT Hardy, the catcher, has an RBI, had a single. He struck out, so he's 1 for 2.
Hits a fly ball over there in shallow left field. Netherland comes in and grabs it for out number 2. And the runner holds it to first base. So 2 down for Bainbridge here.
And now up is number 28, your first baseman, Will Rohbacher. And he is 1 for 2, has a single, and has scored once.
So 2 away, first pitch to Rohbacher. He'll swing that one and hit it foul up the third baseline for strike 1. You know, Jerry and I talked about how big this field looks when it comes in here and in comparison to the Shelton field, and I figured out why it looks so much bigger. Well, other than coming down the hill, I'll get to that after this pitch. There's a line drive that gets into left field, and Bainbridge has runners at first and second now. And there's more room between the lines and the out of play and the fences on the baselines, and that's why it looks so much bigger.
Good observation. Yeah, that makes sense.
So Bainbridge has runners at first and second.
Yeah, now up is Luke Levine, your third baseman, number 4. And he got hit by a pitcher in the first inning and had a walk in the third. So
first pitch in there for a ball.
No official bats yet.
Which is wrong.
It is. It is. I would
wrong.
agree. I would agree.
Here's the 1-0, a little fly ball, and Sabrakov comes in and gets it right off the turf, and that'll end the inning. The Spartans leave a couple out there. They still lead. It's 7-1. We head to the bottom of the 4th. North Mason coming up.
Getting unneeded medications out of the home can help prevent misuse, abuse, and accidental poisoning. The Drug Take Back program provides consumers with a safe means for disposing of unused, unneeded, and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs. Mason County has 10 prescription drug take-back boxes at various pharmacies and tribal locations. For more information, go to medtakebackwashington.org.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD 3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back, wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a down line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
Bottom of the fourth inning, we are 7-1, Bainbridge on top.
And leading off is number 5, Boston Stanley, the shortstop. He was on by way of a walk there in the first inning.
Oh, wow. That's a strike, and that hurt the umpire. Blame him for that. I didn't quite see it, Jerry. Did you? It must have been fouled off.
It was fouled off.
Yeah, hit the home plate umpire in the right arm.
And they're going to check him out right now.
Yeah,
Make sure he's okay.
Yeah, we can't go on without a umpire, right?
And he's done a very effective job.
Yeah.
I like what he does. He's emphatic when he calls the strikes. He lets you know how many balls, how many strikes there are. Does a good job.
Yeah, and that's his strike hand. Sorry. That's the one he uses to call the strikes. So.
And McCray Kerfman is out there pitching still. This is his fourth inning of pitching. Excuse me.
So 7-1, still our score. Bainbridge with the lead. North Mason with the at-bat. And Boston Stanley steps back in after the strike. And the pitch on the way. In there for strike 2. So 0-2 to Stanley. Here's the next pitch on the way. Swing, and that one's fouled off. Right back. So still no balls, 2 strikes to Stanley.
Like I mentioned, I think McCray is starting to settle down a little bit, even though he's only allowed 1 run.
So the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Kerfman with his next pitch to Stanley. Swing, that's popped up out of play over our heads, I hope, Jerry. Yep, over everything.
McCray Kirchen does have a 2-hitter going so far.
Here, we're still waiting for the next 0-2 pitch. Little curveball that sunk in there, and
that curved, oh,
wow, strike 3 called.
That was a good pitch.
Wow.
That had a big curve.
It sure did. It was very obvious that it curved down there. So this is what.
Now up is your pitcher, number 8, Nolan McGanney. And Nolan struck out in the first inning, 0 for 1.
Took strike 1 on the first pitch. Kerfman likes to sign. Here comes the next pitch. Another fastball outside corner, just a bit outside that time.
Yeah.
1-1. Here's the 1-1. That one's foul. Look out, Jerry. Wow. That came back about as fast, or twice as fast as the ball came into the plate. So that's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One of these days we're going to be sitting with no backstop. It's going to come right in our faces if we don't react. So here's the 1-2. That one is again fouled off. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
For an old guy, still have a little reaction.
You know, you said you were going to bring your glove. I don't see your glove here, Jerry.
I know. I did bring my hat.
Oh, yes, that's true. He brought his hat this time. You remember the last time he spent the game with the hand over his eyes. Strike 3 called there on the outside corner. And McGanney's down looking. And that'll be
That's
the
4th strikeout for the pitcher.
That's 2 outs for North Mason. And who's up, Jerry? And it's Netherland up. Takes ball 1.
A little low.
So Netherland waits for the 1-0. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 2.
Little outside.
2 balls, no strikes. 2 out. Nobody on for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 4th inning, trailing 7-1. Hardy resets the dirt in his little hole that he's dug. Here's a swing and a miss, and that's strike one. So 2 balls and 1 strike now. Kind of caught up on the scoreboard because they haven't posted the strike yet. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Kerfman takes his time this time, picks it on the way. That one is a foul ball. Just fell up the third up base line. The count goes even to 2-2 for Steven Netherland. On deck, should Netherland reach, Kingston Sabrekov. So Netherland steps back in, has the count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Pitch on the way. Outside for ball 3. Count is full.
And the hitter is Steve Netherland, number 4.
Next pitch on the way, outside, and that will put
Good
Netherland
eye by
on
Steve.
base. So 2 out and 1 on for, oops, come on.
Up now is the number 25, the first baseman, Kingston Serbakov. Serbakov has also done some relief pitching for the Bulldogs.
Right.
He's been pretty effective.
Today he's playing at first, so a little different look for what we have, and he swings and he fouls first pitch off, over hits for strike 1.
Serbakov is over 1, flew out to the second baseman in the second inning.
Netherland takes a small lead there at first base. Here's the pitch to Zabrakov, swing and a miss, and strike 2. So 0-2 is the count. 2 out, 1 on.
North Mason trying to get a couple runners on base now.
Netherland takes a little bit more of a lead. There's a foul off again. Out of play. Count remains, no balls and 2 strikes to Kingston Sabrakov. Kerfman glances over at first, where Netherland takes his lead. He's going to go. Pitch on the way outside. Throw to second. Netherland's down, and he's safe.
And give him a steal. Had a good jump there.
Yeah. He certainly did. He is now in scoring position. And it's a 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sabrakov. Netherland takes a bigger lead over there at second base. Pitch to the plate. Outside. Ball 2. 2-2 is the count.
Yeah, it's really nice to see Steve Netherland play. I know that he got seriously hurt in the first football game.
Right, throw over to second, and nope, it looks like Netherland gets back safely. That was really close, Jerry.
Yes, it was.
Tag right on his helmet.
Was he hurt in the jamboree or the first
No,
game?
I think he was hurt in like the first offensive play again in the Mason County Cup last year.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's what happened.
So it was a lead.
And that's going to be a check swing for the third strike, and Sabrakov goes down. And that'll do it for the Bulldogs. They leave Netherland out there at second base. Oops, turn that off. And we head to the 5th. Bainbridge still up 7-1.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
It's not always easy to deal with difficult emotions. And while quick fixes can seem less daunting than facing how you feel, some short-term distractions, like marijuana, can actually increase feelings of stress, anxiety, and depression. Which is why building healthy habits, like moving around, practicing gratitude, or connecting with others, are better for your mental health. And if you need it, help us out there.
We head to the fifth inning of play. We have a new pitcher for the Bulldogs. It's Jake Matthews. And let's see, out in center field now is Caden Atencio. Gotta spell his name right. There we go. So that's the only change that I can see, unless Jerry has eyes on anything else that's changed, Jerry.
You say that is Matthews? Is this a 7 or on the pitcher?
The pitcher is number 2. Actually, no, that's not.
Was it a 2?
It's a 2. Is it Jake Matthews? Number 2?
Let's see what we got here.
That's what I have down. And I got that right or wrong? Yeah, it's Jake Matthews, the pitcher.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
Well, now up, guess who? The right fielder, number 6, Duncan Boss. He's done the damage. He's got 5 RBIs,
2
home
homers.
runs
Wow.
to center field.
Yep.
Power.
That was kind of center left. A
Uh,
little bit. Or center right. Excuse me. Center right. But either way, center field. Nope, they're going to change the batter. The leadoff batter is now Jack Grant. Jerry? I don't know if that's just a change.
Now up is number 19, Jack Grant. Jack is 0 for 1, struck out in the first, hit batsman.
I'm sorry, they walked him. They intentionally walked Boss.
Yeah, they walked him
Okay,
intentionally.
I didn't see that.
I think I would too.
Yeah, I don't blame him. So the first pitch in there to Grant is it's a ball. So Matthews is next pitch on the way. Still a little bit high. Ball 2-0 with Boss over there at first base. Here's a pitch on the way. Ooh, that's just a little high. Almost got the strike call from her home plate. So 3 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, he had to think about it.
Yeah, he did. Here's the next pitch on the way. And there is another walk.
Yeah, second walk. First one intentional. And now up is your second baseman, number 13. Let's see. Yeah, number 13, Braden French. Braden is 1 for 1, had a walk in the first and a single in the third.
And the first pitch to French with 2 on. Inside for ball 1. So runners are at first and second for the Spartans. Bond at second, Grant at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by French for strike 1, 1-1 the count. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 7-1 is our score. Bainbridge has led the whole way. And we mentioned it in the opening of this inning that the bulk of those runs are by Bond and his home runs. Next pitch in there for ball 2 to French. Matthews glances back at second a couple of times. Pitch on the way. Fly ball. High but shallow. Coming in to get it will be Netherland for the out. And it's out number 1, and the runners hold.
And now up is McCray Kerfman, your pitcher. He's had a walk, and he has flown out twice to the center fielder. He's 0 for 2.
Boston Stanley came in to Matthews to give him a little encouragement. So get these guys out at the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch on the way. Kerfman had to duck at the first pitch. It's ball 1. Next pitch on the way.
Whoa.
Right back up the middle. Rounding the third, here comes Boss to score number 8. And holding up is Grant at third. So an RBI single. And that makes it 8-1.
And 1 runner scored, like you mentioned. Duncan Boss scored.
And we have a courtesy runner in Wyatt Olison. in for Kerfman. He's at first. So Olison's at first. Grant is at third. 1 out and 1 in for Bainbridge. Pitch on the way. There is a line drive ground ball into
single
left
by
field.
Coco Black.
And here coming in to score is Grant, and that makes it 9-1.
Yep. And RBI by Coco Black.
And we have runners at first and second now for the Spartans.
And now up is number 2, Eddie Bigno. And Eddie is 0 for 3. Did score in the first inning on an error.
First pitch was a ball for Bignold. Next pitch on the way. Strike 1 called. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 in, 2 on for Bainbridge here in the top of the 5th inning. They're leading 9-1. Jake Matthews pitches again, hits one in the dirt. That one's going to hit the fence, and everybody advances a base. And that was ball 2.
So a wild pitch there. It advances both runners into scoring position.
So runners are at second and third now. Pitch on the way. The little ground ball. Glove there by Stanley. Stanley will throw over to first for the out there, but a run does come in to score.
Nice play by Boston Stanley to get that out. Good defense there by the first baseman for North Mason, but a runner does score.
So it makes it 10-1. And runners are now a runner at third with 2 in. And I have to notice another change. I just noticed that McGanny's over at first base, Jerry. I didn't see that.
JT Hardy is up now, the catcher, number 9. JT is 1 for 3. Has a single and an RBI.
Another ball there. That's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Hardy. 2 out, 1 on. Runner over at third base. Pitch on the way, and that is going to be ball 3. It's Coco Black over there at the third base if you're interested. Here's the 3 balls, no strikes, and a fly ball to right field. That looks like it's out of here, Jerry. It is. It's out of here. So Coco Black blasts one and puts Bainbridge up 12-1. And there are 2 outs.
And give that home run to JT Hardy. And that is his second hit of the ball game. And 2 runs scored on that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So now up is going to be Will Rohrbacher.
Yep, number 28. He is 2 for 3, 2 singles, and he has scored a run.
Something else to point out, a lot of this damage has been done by the Spartans with 2 outs. First pitch in there to Rohrbacher was a ball. Pitch on the way, outside ball 2, 2-0 the count to Rohrbacher. Nobody on.
Bainbridge has displayed a lot of power.
Wow.
3 home runs so far.
Pitch on the way. Yeah, there's a strike 1 called on the outside corner. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out, nobody on. And the Spartans lead by 11, 12-1. Here's pitch on the way. Inside for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Rohrbacher. Should he reach on deck, it's going to be Luke Levine. So here's the next pitch on the way. Outside, and there's a walk. That'll bring up Levine with 1 on, 2 out.
And now up is Luke Levine, the third baseman. He was hit by a pitcher, had a walk, and flew out to the first baseman. He is 0 for 1, which sounds funny.
Yeah, it does sound funny. So it looks like we have a meeting at the mound. I got the wrong sheet
just
here.
Settle him down.
You think he's not going to be pulling him here?
I don't think
We'll
so.
see. Well, while we make a decision there, if you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter with the handle @MasonWebTV. You can also use that handle to find us on YouTube and Twitch. Consider subscribing to Mason Web TV's YouTube channel and hit the bell to be notified the next time we upload a video or go live. Kind of looks like Matthews is going to be done here, Jerry, but maybe not.
He's going to leave him in.
He's going to leave him in. Okay. So it's 12-1. Runner at first. Was it 4 runs in here in the inning, Jerry?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
No.
5. Started 7-1, didn't they?
Yeah, 5
so
runs.
5 runs.
5 runs.
That's why I asked Jerry. Together we come up with the right math.
Yeah. I had to use my toes, though.
Yeah, I saw that. Put the shoe back on, okay? All right, here's the first pitch in there from Matthews. High and ball 1. I don't think Jerry got my joke.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, all right.
I'm just saying yes.
Okay. Here's the 1-0, a swing and the miss by Levine, and that's strike 1.
I can hear him a little better today.
A little better. There's no...
I can't ignore him anymore.
there's no...
got hearing aids now.
Yeah, there's no pump for the pool. That one's fouled straight back. That makes it difficult.
That is a blessing.
Yeah, it is. So Levine has a 1 ball, 2 strikes count, 2 out, 1 on, 5 in here in the 5th inning, 12-1. Bainbridge has the lead in. Randy's here. Hey, pitch in there for ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. County commissioner just patted me on the back, said, "Hi, he missed you." We'll chat with him a little later. Hey, that'll stick a microphone in his face. He loves that. Here's that ball in there for ball number 3.
Now we have a full count, and the runner from first base will be taken off as soon as it leaves the pitcher's hand.
Rohrabacher takes his lead, pitch on the way, swing, and that one's fouled over our heads. Out of play.
Nice hustle by Leland, just out of play.
I was wondering, I thought it came up from a little sharper than that. I wonder why Lopes was coming in at that speed, but maybe just wanted to run. It's been standing still too long, maybe? I don't know. Most of the hits have been towards that way, to the right, haven't they? Or up the middle. Haven't they, Jerry? They haven't really gone that close to Lopes.
Yeah, the left fielder has only had, what, a couple flyouts?
Oh, he's had a couple of flyouts, but they're more towards the center.
Yeah.
It's like they're keeping the ball, when they hit it, away from Lopes for whatever reason. Maybe that's why he wants to run towards the
part
fence.
of that's because he's throwing to the outside, too.
Well, there's that, too, yeah. That's a good point. Here's the full count pitch. There's a line drive right past Lopes. See, I mentioned it, and he just can't get to it. Here comes Rohrabacher to third. He's going to stand up there, and over onto second goes Levine.
So you have 2 runners in scoring position. Nice try by Leland Lopes. Just could not quite get to it. And now up.
Have a new hitter, Jerry. Number 7, Talon Williams is the batter. With 2 out and runners at second and third.
Talon Williams?
Yep.
Okay.
Still 2 out, 2 on. Oh, they are going to let him go to second. They sent Rohrabacher back to first, but he's going to head back to, I'm sorry, Levine, excuse me, to first. He's on second now. They sent him back, and now he's back to second. I don't know what that was about. So Rohrabacher's on third base. Levine is on second base.
And this is the 10th hitter in this inning.
Talon Williams, he did not bat against Gig Harbor. Throw to third, and that got away from Lopes. And Rohrabacher's going to come in to score, make it 13-1. The only reason that that throw to third got by Lopes is Lopes could not see it, as Rohrabacher was running down the baseline and blocked his view of the ball.
Yeah, his view was blocked.
Yeah. So it's 13-1, and Williams will foul one right down. Ooh, just about hit that little boy standing right there. And it's 1-1 in the count. Got to be aware of everything in baseball, don't we, Jerry?
We have 2 outs here.
Yep, 2 outs, and now 6 runs are in here in the inning.
2 runners in scoring position.
2 or just 1, Jerry? Just 1 over at third, I believe. Pitch, and Williams will foul another one off. So it's 1-2 now.
Yes.
So Levine is at third for the Spartans, leading by 12 runs right now. Here's the pitch on the way. Another fly ball that's going over, and that's coming down. You know, eventually he might get one into play for Lopes to catch, Jerry. It keeps getting shorter and shorter on those foul-offs. Count remains
I like
1 ball and 2
watching
strikes.
Leland. I tell you, he's a fun kid to watch.
Still a 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on. 6 in the inning for Bainbridge. Here's the pitch on the way. Outside strike, 3 called, and that will end the inning, but the damage was done. The Spartans are now up 13-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th.
Hi folks, Steve McAllen with Mason Web TV powered by HCC, your source for live high school sports with play-by-play. Once again, Mason Web TV is broadcasting select games every week this school year. Football, basketball, baseball, softball. We bring you all the action, from the kickoff to the final whistle, from the tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first pitch to the last out. Watch how it happens on Mason Web TV powered by HCC. Business owners, you can get in on the action as well. Go online, email, call, or text right now to find out how.
So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning of play, 13-1. Bainbridge on top. North Mason coming to at bat, and it looks like number 7 is
they're
coming.
going to have to score 3 runs to keep going in this game.
Right, you're right.
Because of the 10-run rule.
Right.
If that's effective at the end of the 5th inning.
So we have a new batter coming up to start things off for the Bulldogs, and Aiden Powell, number 7.
Number 7 is Taylor Williams.
Is he?
No,
wrong roster.
Number 7 is, let's check here.
Aiden Powell's what I have, Jerry, for number 7.
No, number 7 for the Bulldogs is Garcia.
Oh, is it Garcia?
Stites.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I have that wrong.
My fault.
Okay, no, my fault. I called it wrong. I wondered how he got a.
But it would help if I looked at the right page.
Right, yeah, and it would also help if I would notice that a dirty uniform doesn't usually come off the bench.
That is pretty clean up. Yeah.
Well, he's pretty dirty. But
okay.
Yeah. So Garcia will step back in to lead things off for the Bulldogs here in the 5th inning. Pitch on the way, shows bunt, takes strike 1.
And I believe Stites is one of your seniors.
I believe you're right.
I'm not mistaken.
You were right.
Pretty sure he is.
One of those guys on the banners that are hanging around here. Pitch on the outside for ball 1-1-1 to Stites.
The pitcher for Bainbridge Island has got a 2-hitter going.
Still out there tossing BBs, as they say. Swing and a miss by Stites for strike 2. He's not slowing down a little bit, Jerry. Maybe a tad bit, but I think he just ramps up his speed as he goes on in an inning. So 1-2 to Stites. Pitch on the way. Little curveball.
Nice
Oh, boy.
Did you see? Oh,
boy. Strike 3 called, and that's out number 1. Wow.
Yeah, that curve. Okay. Now up is number 2, Jake Matthews, the center fielder. Jake is 0 for 2. Flew out and struck out.
A little fly ball. Heading over there to right field. And that's out number 1. Nice grab out there by Boss. I'm sorry, out number 2. I'm one behind in my mind.
Yeah, let's see who's up now.
That'll be number 3.
Number 3, Skylar McLean. Skyler had a single, was thrown out later at second. He is 1 for 2. He had a single in the third inning.
First pitch to McLean is strike 1 called.
You thought his pitches were slowing down a little bit?
I said a tad bit, but they ramp up as he goes on in the innings. Here's another pitch on the way. It's a fly ball. Again over there to actually, this is going to be a French out there just outside the grass. Grabs it for the out, and that'll do it for this ball game, Jerry.
Yeah.
As the Bulldogs go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 5th, 13-1 is going to be the final score. We'll step aside, give Jerry a chance to total things up, and we'll be back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason Health wants you to stay healthy. Are you turning 65? Mason Health can help you maximize all that Medicare has to offer. Did you know Medicare covers preventive services under the Medicare Wellness Program? Medicare coverage includes screenings for depression, diabetes, obesity, and alcohol misuse. You can also get mammograms, pap smears, pelvic exams, and more. Talk to your healthcare provider, or you can find more information on masongeneral.com.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Getting unneeded medications out of the home can help prevent misuse, abuse, and accidental poisoning. The Drug Take Back program provides consumers with a safe means for disposing of unused, unneeded, and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs. Mason County has 10 prescription drug take-back boxes at various pharmacies and tribal locations. For more information, go to medtakebackwashington.org.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
Well, it's a final here in Belfair, Bainbridge Island 13, North Mason 1. And Jerry's still busy totaling things up here. Or are you done yet? Still
About ready. 1 minute.
Just 1 minute, he says. All right. Well, so next up, North Mason and Bainbridge, they play again on Monday, this time on the island. Our next broadcast is going to be Tuesday when the North Mason Fast Pitch softball team hosts Squim. First pitch is 4:15. Next week it's all softball, unless we get a baseball playoff somewhere thrown in there. But I don't think that they do that until the following week that they start the districts on that. Well, Jerry is still totaling up his things. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, helps you know what local government is doing with live video streams of meetings for the Mason County Commission, the Shelton School Board, the North Mason School Board, and the Port of Allen Commission. Watch past meetings of these entities as well as Shelton City Council. Mason Web TV also covers the Port of Shelton Commission, the League of Women Voters of Mason County Fire District 12, and select informational meetings from the Shelton Mason County Chamber of Commerce, the North Mason Chamber of Commerce, and the North Mason Community Voice. If you want to see what's going on, check out MasonWebTV.com daily. Jerry, what are the totals you have for us?
Okay, let's go with the totals. Bainbridge Island had 10 hits, 13 runs on 10 hits.
Okay.
McCrae Kerfman had 1 hit. Coco Black had 1 hit. J.T. Hardy had 2 hits, 2 singles. Will Rohrbach had 2 singles. Luke Levine had 1. And, of course, Duncan Boss was up only 3 times, but he had 2 hits, 2 biggies. and then it was intentionally walked. I don't blame him for walking him that third time. And Braden French also had a hit. That adds up to 10 hits on 13 runs. Now, for the North Mason Bulldogs, Skylar McLean had a single, and Leland Lopez had a single. Had one hit, and that was a double, and that's it. So North Mason had 1 run on 2 hits, and I think can I say a ball player for the game?
Oh, sure, why not?
For North Mason, I'm going to give it to Leland Lopes.
Okay, I agree with you there. Sure, why not?
He did score the first run, the only run, and I thought he played a real good game out there at third, hustling, and as he always does. And definitely my player of the game, guess who?
It would be Boss, yeah.
Duncan Boss.
Yeah.
He had 5 RBIs.
Quick second place in that, Jerry, quickly. It would be Kerfman on the mound. He did a good job pitching.
Yes, thank you. I would agree with you totally. And what was nice about McCray Kerfman, he was getting under control at the end.
Right.
He was gaining his control. I looked at one inning, he had 3 strikeouts.
Yeah.
He had 5 strikeouts for the game. So, yeah, I definitely think he deserves a lot of kudos.
Okay.
Yep, thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Yeah, again, these two teams will play again on Monday, this time on Bainbridge Island, and our next broadcast is Tuesday when the North Mason Fast Pitch Softball team hosts Squim. First pitch is going to be at 4:15. So my thanks to Jerry Apple for his help with today's broadcast. Final again, Bainbridge Island 13, North Mason 1. We'll talk to you Tuesday.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV powered by HCC was made possible by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition, helping provide prescription drug take-back boxes in Mason County. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.